You're fucking retarded. Just plain up fucking retarded. I mean, we're fucked. We're totally fucked. And here's why. Couple of different reasons. Well, let's just start with the Flint water crisis. Okay? There's a serious crisis right now in Flint, Michigan. A lot of people don't know what's going on. And it's because people who were in charge around that city, the elected officials that were elected by the citizens of that city, ran a motherfucker into the ground. So an emergency manager gets appointed. In an effort to save money, that emergency manager decided to switch off the Detroit water and go to the much closer Flint River, try to be self-sustaining. And that was a huge fucking mistake. But now you've got Hillary Clinton and her fucking minions out there, these liberal, blind, it's like the liberal blind mice out there. Oh, well, the Republicans did this to black people just because they targeted black people because they don't like black people. Well, first of all, the whole city of Flint isn't black, you fucking morons. If they're going to do that shit, they could have done it to Detroit, Pontiac, just to name it, two other cities in Michigan. Hell, fucking do that shit to Chicago. But no, it's stupid. It's a dumb fucking argument. People are saying, oh, well, Rex Snyder should step down. Yeah, the buck's got to stop somewhere. The governor's office seems like a good spot. Buck does have to stop somewhere. But to make him resign is just giving him an out. That's a scapegoat tactic. Have him step down. No, make the motherfucker see this shit through so his entire reputation is even further ruined so he doesn't run for president and get elected one day and start pumping salt water through the motherfucking veins of the United States water system. People are doing it just because they're fucking black. Why does everything got to be a race issue in this country? I mean, come on. Flint's a shithole. Flint is a fucking shithole. And it's not a shithole because it's full of black people. It's a shithole because it's full of crime. That's why I don't feel that bad for these fucking people. It's crime. Oh, well, you're just racist because you think that all black people are criminals. No, I just think the motherfuckers that shoot up innocent people and rob and steal and deal drugs are fucking criminals. Last time I checked, that's a fact. If they happen to be black, then so be it. But there's plenty of white ones and fucking Chinese ones and Japanese ones and Korean ones and Hispanic ones. And it don't fucking matter. It's a fucking shithole ghetto. And people are like, well, it's not the children's fault. No, but more than likely, it's probably their parents' fault or their grandparents' fault. I mean, this shit don't just start randomly in 2000. Oh, Flint was terrible. Flint's been a shithole for years. Ain't nobody want to live there. That's why nobody's been pumping money in the motherfucker. And that's why the city, the elected officials, the Democrats that were in charge, ran the motherfucker to the ground. Fucking Kwame Kilpatrick, who was a Democrat, elected as mayor of Detroit, is in prison for stealing shit. So don't sit there and give me your crybaby bullshit about how this is all about race. You want to make it about race? Fine. Let's make it about race. Racial statistics in Flint show that black people are much higher on the criminal element than anybody else. Now, most people say, oh, that's just because there's more black people there. No, it's because that's where it's tolerated. Democrats tolerate this shit. Heard some fucking idiot, I saw some idiot post on fucking Facebook, let's put all these hurt people in hotels. Hey, fucknut. They're on city water, just like the hotels. Hotels are going to fucked up water too. Then the excuse is, oh, but they have, water filtration systems. Yeah, and the Michigan version of the EPA and the actual federal EPA, they're handing out water filters to these people in their homes. Then there's people going, oh, well, P. Diddy donated 1 million bottles of water. Okay, good. That means they can be hydrated while they listen to shitty music. I mean, people still got to bathe. If all you fucking liberals are so high on fucking helping these people and this and that, man, invite some of these assholes in your house and let them take a bath there. Quite frankly, I've been drinking bottled water ever since the fucking news of this broke because, you know what? Rick Snyder ain't the only fucking crooked motherfucker out there, and neither is the city of Flint. I mean, come on, people. This is a real crisis. Rather than sit there and talk about what you did to alleviate it or what celebrities are doing to alleviate it or pointing fingers, let's come up with a solution. I have one, but it's a little too long and drawn out and probably educated for anybody who might be watching this to actually comprehend. Now you got these assholes out in Oregon. That's another thing. You fucking liberals are so goddamn fucking stupid. These guys out in Oregon, several weeks ago, they went out and they decided, okay, well, we're going to take over this wildlife refuge. We're going to occupy this building. The building was unoccupied. Nobody was there. These guys walked in, and they happened to have weapons with them, sure. And they staged basically a protest. But the potential for danger was there because they had weapons. Let me tell you something. The potential's there for me to be a fucking billionaire after that great big Powerball jackpot, but it didn't help me win. So let's just get to the facts and what actually happened. They walked in peacefully, sat down, they had weapons. And then yesterday there was a fucking shootout. And the reports from the media now say, well, it's unclear whether the government shot first or the protesters. Now, I've been saying from the beginning, Just fucking go in there and storm the fucking place. I don't give a shit if there's women and children in there, because guess what? That's like, nobody would think twice if it was a bunch of jihadis, except for maybe the president. Well, we shouldn't kill women and children. Well, you know what? Maybe they shouldn't have made a stupid fucking choice. But now these liberals are like, they should just Ruby Ridge their ass. They should go all Waco on them. Not even 3 weeks after they're calling for more fucking gun control and restraint by the goddamn oppressive, abusive police. Why don't you people pick a goddamn side and stick with it? I mean, you guys are worse than a bisexual woman with an identity crisis, identity disorder. I mean, fuck. Make up your fucking minds. But that's not even the shit that's dominating the headlines. Looking at CNN.com, one of the biggest headlines recently was that Will Smith and Jada Smith didn't want to attend the Oscars because of lack of diversity. So the fuck what? Lack of diversity. Let me tell you something. There were several movies that were produced that qualify for this year's Oscars. And the only one probably that could be considered worthy of an Oscar nomination that had a black actor was Concussion. So let's make this about what it really is. Will Smith is pissed off he didn't get nominated for an Oscar. Because however many Grammys he has on his shelf ain't enough for him. That's what this is about. You tell the truth. Stupid fucking black-ass motherfucker. I mean, let's be real. Will Smith, here's a newsflash. You were in The Fresh Prince, which was a funny show. You did some good songs without cursing in them that were rap. And that was impressive, considering not a single rap song out there today does that. But your career is mediocre at best as far as acting is concerned. And quite frankly, you're in some pretty shitty fucking movies. You're not that good. And that's why you weren't nominated. Why don't we all boycott the BET Awards because, Eminem wasn't nominated for anything this year? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Stay away from the fucking Oscars. Matter of fact, stay off the silver screen. And your wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, you're one of those feminist cunts that decides she wants to fucking hyphenate her last name because she don't want to lose who she is. You're not losing who you are because of a fucking word or a name. You are who you are, period. But I digress. Keep that bitch off of the screen, too, because she's a terrible fucking actress. I mean, overacting like you wouldn't believe. This has been a problem. There's a kid down in Texas, killed 4 fucking people, and then escaped to Mexico because he got probation. The story here isn't that he escaped to Mexico. The story here is that he killed 4 people in Texas and wasn't executed. I mean, come on. We got real problems in this country. But here's the bigger one is they call him the affluenza teen, making it seem like he's got some fucking disease that he caught from some leper-riddled prisoner with hepatitis from Folsom Prison, and that he's contagious to everybody, and him simply walking around is going to infect everyone else. No. They say it's an affliction because he's affluent, meaning he's rich, for those of you that don't know what that means. Oh, his mommy and daddy never spanked him, therefore, he deserves a second chance of probation despite he killing 4 people who were simply pulled over to help someone they knew in a disabled vehicle. Are you fucking serious? I mean, how fucking stupid are you in this country? Flint water crisis, we got this bullshit in Oregon, which quite frankly is probably going to lead to some kind of revolt amongst the crazy militia groups that we should just eliminate anyway. And then you got this kid down in Texas killing people, and his excuse, he's rich. And people bought it. Y'all's biggest issue is Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith are boycotting the Oscars. And now the Academy, which is the dumbest fucking shit ever. The Oscars are stupid. It's a bunch of fucking liars getting together to pat themselves on the back for being such good liars. That's really what it is. In normal life, we call that an ex. See that shit every day. Fucking people bitching about, well, my ex wasn't who I thought he was when I first got together with him. Or my ex-wife, man, she totally changed. No, she just became who she really was. Before, it was just an act. There's a bunch of fucking actors are just liars patting themselves on the back for who can be the best liar. And yet, we want some form of accountability in this country. Get the fuck over yourselves. Now, the Academy has created its own version of affirmative action. Now you're not going to win an Oscar because of merit. You're going to win an Oscar because, well, you're Mexican and you played a Mexican role very well. Whoop-de-fucking-doo-dah. Get your fucking priorities straight. Dumbasses.